If something is important enough, even if the odds are stacked against you, you should still do it. The thing that drives me is that I want to be able to think about the future and feel good about that. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. I usually describe myself as an engineer. That's basically what I've been doing since I was a kid. Don't confuse schooling with education. I didn't go to Harvard, but the people that work for me did. Talent is extremely important. It's like a sports team. The team that has the best individual player will often win, but then there's a multiplier from how those players work together and the strategy they employ. People should pursue what they're passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. I always have optimism, but I'm realistic. It was not with the expectation of great success that I started Tesla or SpaceX. It's just that I thought they were important enough to do anyway. Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. This improves the odds of success. I think most people can learn a lot more than they think they can. They sell themselves short without trying. The first step is to establish that something is possible, then, probability will occur. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. You want to have a future where you're expecting things to be better, not one where you're expecting things to be worse. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. I would like to die on Mars. Just not on impact. Mars is the only place in the solar system where it's possible for life to become multiplanetarian. We can't be one of those lame one-planet civilizations. Good ideas are always crazy until they're not. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. I do think there is a lot of potential if you have a compelling product and people are willing to pay a premium for that. Constantly seek criticism. A well-thought-out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. Great companies are built on great products. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is a disaster. It's very important to like the people you work with, otherwise, your job is going to be quite miserable. My biggest mistake is probably weighing too much on someone's talent and not someone's personality. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I would like to be remembered as someone who is useful to others. The longer you wait to fire someone, the longer it has been since you should have fired them. You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. I say something, and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. It's very important to take risks. I think that's a very important thing for innovation. If you only take risks that where you know what the outcome is going to be, that's not really innovation. It's really a sure bet. If you're co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of tasks you might not want to do. If you don't do your chores, the company won't succeed. No task is too menial. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary.